Hey everyone, Kevin here. What I'd like to do in this video is show you the Alexa app for Amazon, show you the application that I've got installed on my phone. This is the official app, but there's also an HTC application that allows you to use it with EdgeSense. So when I squeeze my phone, it would launch it, which could be very useful. I think for as I said, I've said this before, that normally I don't have EdgeSense active. I only use it when I'm taking lots of photos. So the idea of just squeezing it and then asking a question, I think this could be a better application for a lot of people rather than launching the camera. So it's good that they've got an official app, and they do work in conjunction. If I load this up, you can see here it says companion, and then you go to Amazon Alexa and it launches up the official one. Now, what I have found though, and I don't know the answer to this at this point, I've tried to Google it and I can't find any answers on it, but when I signed out of the HTC app, I couldn't say Alexa and I couldn't load up that. So I'm not sure if I need the HTC Alexa app installed, or whether it's because it was still tied, the apps were still working together even though I signed out. I'm not sure at this time. So maybe you can download this app and it works on its own, or maybe you do need to use it with the HTC Alexa app. I'm not sure. So I don't have an Amazon Echo or Dot speaker, so I'm not used to using Alexa at home, but you can see here it gives you an idea of what you can do. There's a lot of skills that you can download. So when you download this one, you can then say Alexa, which will open that up, then say open flashlight, ask Domino's to feed me, ask Radio Player to start, things like that. You can link it with all your Amazon devices. You can open up books and lists, alarms, smart home if you've got lights and devices and things like that. You can use it to control everything. Now, I don't really have a smart home set up. I don't have lights or any kind of speakers of that linked up to a system like this. So I've not really used it to its potential, but even if you don't have anything like that, you will find this useful. Comparisons will be drawn to things like Siri, but this has a huge amount of potential, and it's why a lot of people have been buying the speakers from Amazon. So you can see here, ask questions. Now, at this point, I need to stress something that isn't very useful for this video, but what you have to do is you say Alexa, and then you ask a question. But I've found that when I'm standing here, just a little bit behind the camera, it doesn't seem to work. So I'll show you an example. Alexa, why is the sky blue? What's doing it?
The sky is blue because the molecules of the atmosphere scatter blue light more than other colours.
Okay, so that was a bad example. Or a good example. When I was doing that earlier on, when I was sitting a little bit behind, it wasn't doing that. It wasn't responding, and I had to hold up the phone close to my mouth. So, Alexa, how tall is Mount Everest?
Mount Everest's height is 29,029 feet, 8,848 meters.
So you can ask questions like that. You can also say, Alexa, news.
Here's your flash briefing. In headlines from BBC News. 3 men from the West Midlands have been found guilty.
So it will play the news now, and the only thing I found annoying is actually stopping it. I've been saying, Alexa, Alexa, it's not doing it now. Alexa, stop. To stop the noise. Alexa, music.
Here's a station you might like, Stereophonics.
Alexa, stop that before some idiotic network claims the profit from this video. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Stop. I found that aspect of it a little bit annoying, where like when I first played the news, it would just play the news like constantly, and I couldn't even stop it. Like I was scrolling up here and try to do that, it wouldn't stop it. I was clearing all my apps like that, and that wasn't stopping it at the time either. So I think there's some work to be involved, or maybe I just need to learn how this works. Now the idea is with the HTC Alexa app, you can see here, you can say Alexa to trigger, or if you want, one idea would be to turn it off and use EdgeSense, and then, you know, I've got mine set up. Well, I've not got it enabled actually. Edge Sense. So Edge Sense, you can see is coming around the side, and this is a feature that's exclusive to the U11. You can see it's there, and this will launch the camera. I see the camera in the background there. Now, I generally keep that off, but I do think it would work well with this. And there's some other options there. Account managing that, but it's quite limited actually when you think about it, with the options there. Most of the options and settings and all that are through the official app. So, do I like this? Yes, I think it's quite useful. I think it could be useful in many different ways. You need to get into the habit of using it, but I think it's the more you use it and the more, you know, if you download lots of skills, things that are useful to you, then I think you'll get more out of this. If you have a smart device, if you've got speakers, Echo speakers, that kind of thing, you're really going to get a lot out of this. It's very, very useful. You can see a lot of things here as well that you can link up: Spotify, Amazon Music, reminders, alarms, you can play news. For me anyway, I feel the big thing is that I need to change my habits and how I use my phone and get used to just using this. You know, I've only been using it a while and I'm still getting used to, I mean, most of the time I'm just getting the habit of just searching for something myself. So I think there's a lot of potential there. I don't have a lot of experience so far, but I think there's a lot of potential. I like the fact that I've got it on my phone, and what I'm going to do at this point, I think, is set it up. In fact, I'll show you just now what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it up with the Edge Sense. We'll see how that works. So you can see here, there's enable advanced modes. You can change how the squeeze level, etc. But in theory, it's still launched to the camera. I'll turn that off for a second. So I don't know. I think I might have to Edge Sense trigger. Launch camera app. Launch HTC Alexa. So there we go. So I think that would make more sense for me most of the time, you know, because I use the squeeze only when I'm like on holiday. You know, when I walked around Paris one day, I walked around, squeezed the phone, took photos. But day to day, this will be useful because all I can do is squeeze my phone, news.
Here's your flash briefing.
So I think it's got a lot of potential.
From BBC News. 3 men from the West
And I'll just do that and then say stop. So there was a lot of people that didn't really think the squeeze feature on the HTC U11 could be useful, but this shows you that, you know, the different ways that this could be applied. I apologise if I've not shown this to its full potential. As you can see, I consider myself a beginner. I'm just learning it. But I do think it's good. I think it's got a lot of potential. I'd love to hear from you guys that know more about this. Please let me know if you do have the Amazon Echo or the Amazon Dot or any one of those speakers that allow you to connect with Alexa. Let me know if you've got any tips on how to make it better and you know, use it better. You can see there's shopping. There's so much you can do with this. I haven't even scratched the surface on what you can do with this. Thanks for watching, guys. I encourage you, if you can, to try this app out for yourself. It saves you having to spend money on a speaker. And for me, essentially this is, you know, a very, I guess you could say a Siri competitor. But the fact that it integrates with so many different applications and devices, I think Alexa has arguably more potential. And I just love the fact now that I can do this. Music! Is it going to play? It doesn't like shouting. Podcast. No, didn't like that command. Play the Beatles.
Shuffling songs by the Beatles.
So you don't want a song like that playing in your video. 50,000 copyright requests from the Beatles there. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, leave some tips, and I'll leave you with her. Right, okay, I'm off ski. Thanks, guys, and see you next time.